Alrighty, hello, welcome back. My name is Bash Harry and this is the Harry Knit. My voice isn't usually this coarse, but needs a little bit of help right now. Need some water in my throat. That came off weird. Anyway, hi, hope you're well. We've got some casual videos going about since I'm slowly integrating myself back into making YouTube videos. Because I miss it. I miss sitting down and talking to a camera and all about knitting and really just talking about the stuff, the patterns and textures and yarns that I absolutely adore. And I thought it would be great since we're entering the time of fall, well, likely you're entering the time of fall and winter, that we talk about my personal fall knitting plans. Despite the fact that I do not have fall, it's raining a lot, which has been very difficult to film because when it rains, it pours during monsoon season here. But thankfully, the weather is nice. It's very sunny. But when it comes to the afternoons, it just drizzles so heavily, which is why this video took a while to film because weather sucks. But that being said, I wanted to sit down and talk about some fall knitting plans that I might have, not necessarily knit them all this next few months, but definitely it's on my radar if I do decide to knit something of the warmer variant, the warmer time period, colder time period, warm garments for colder climates. Whereas I tend to knit up very light pieces for the warm weather that we have, at least lately. Most of it has been just a lot of like shorts and tank tops. So this would be a nice change for me personally. And I have a few sweaters that I want to talk about from some really great designers. And let's just move on with it. If you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what you're planning on making for the fall weather, if there's anything, especially if you think they're super underrated. I'd love to know. This is just some patterns that I found on Ravelry that I just want to show you guys. So I guess we'll get started. I've seen quite a few videos about fall knitting plans and they're in the making or they're making their patterns and it's really, really cool. But for me personally, because I don't live in a cold climate, I, like I said, tend to wear things or make things that I can wear out, which are usually t-shirts. But nowadays I do want to make a few sweaters or tops that I could wear maybe during the colder days here when it's raining and I'm in the studio and it gets really, really cold. So these are my personal options. And the first one here that I have, I've had my eye on this for a while. It is the Luna Tee by Carissa Lamb. I just knitted a top, the So Summer shirt by Jessie May Designs. I love it. It's like my go-to, but I love something with a little bit of rib, a little bit of design going on, and the Luna Tee looks perfect. Just the texture of the broken rib is really nice, and the details, oof. I do love a good turtleneck, even though sometimes I think I get really scared that my makeup's gonna like affect it, but this one is really, really pretty. I did say the broken rib design is so cute, the texture in fact, and it actually uses yarn that I have. Some people have used Drops Baby Merino, which I thankfully have, hopefully enough, and I just think it's so pretty. Like, it's something that you can definitely get out of Urban Outfitters, just because it looks so nice. It is an intermediate pattern, which requires tubular 2x2 rib cast on, which I've never tried before, but you know what? It's always great to learn something new. I think it looks perfect, and it might just be my next attempt at a pattern like this. I've been getting really into fingering yarn. I haven't been using any like bulky or worsted weight yarn for a while now, mostly just because I need something a little light since I've been making the Awan vest like with heavy yarn for the past few months. I just want something light and easy, not necessarily easy, but something long that I can finish. And this has 17 sizes available. Oh my God. I'll likely be a size, maybe a size 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably a size 3 for myself personally, but I'll let you guys know how that goes along. Most of the time I size down just because I like a fitted garment, but this one has negative ease anyway, so that might be good for me. We shall see when we end up making it. The second garment that I have here, and this has been in my favorites for a long time as well, it's the Gemma Polo by Cookie the Knitter. Oh, it's so pretty. So it's very similar to I think it's called the Marseille sweater by Petite Knit because it's striped. But the reason I don't want to make that sweater is just because it's way too warm for my personal taste. But this one, I feel like if I make it with cotton, and make it like a little shorter, like a t-shirt kind of vibe, or like a polo shirt, I think it would look amazing. And for the past few months, I've really wanted to make something with a collar. I think a collar is just like a very fun, unique way to add into a piece. And this one, was that my arm? This piece looks amazing. It is a drop shoulder, so it looks like it's going to be pretty easy. I'm likely going to make this in the extra small just because it is pretty oversized. Not sure what colors though. Maybe I'll go for like a white and yellow because those are my personal favorite colors to work with, or like a white and blue. Decisions. Definitely something light. Nothing too heavy, nothing too dark. But with a cotton, I think this would be absolutely beautiful. My one concern is that it looks like it uses a lot of yarn. It's about 1,300 to 1,900 yards. So it should be enough if I have two of the same color. We shall see about that. I just think it looks really cool and really fun, and it's something that comes out of like an episode of Friends, to be honest. You can tell what kind of style I like personally when it comes to my own personal style of knitting, which is kind of 90s, 70s, 80s. I do like the throwback styles that we have right now, especially with the way that trends are going. We're setting it back, even though you can't see it because of the micro trends. I think, cuffs or the collars are really in right now, especially when it comes to knitted patterns. So I think this is really cool. Another pattern I've been looking at that I don't know if I'm planning on knitting it, but I've had this save for 2 years. It's the October Day sweater, and it uses Drops Kid Silk held together, and I have it. I have quite a lot of it, to be honest, and it's just like this beautiful, beautiful leaf lace motif that it's subtle, it's not overpowering, which I absolutely adore, and because it's mohair, it's a very light, fluffy design or, texture to it. It is so pretty, and it's quite popular. I think it has over 150 projects going on. I do need to see what it looks like on other people. The one thing is, because it's so sheer, it's not going to be fall appropriate. Not winter appropriate, but I'd be fall appropriate. But it's definitely quite sheer, so I'd have to wear something underneath it. But I think it just looks so, so beautiful. It starts from the bottom up, and then you work the body separately to the underarms and join at the yoke. So it's a bottom up. If that's something that scares you, then obviously do what you want. For something like this, though, I definitely go for like a lighter color. In the photo, she has this marigold yellow color, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I love yellows, I love blues. The occasional pink comes up in my wardrobe, so it's definitely on theme with what I personally like. We're going through these quite a lot. This is also me kind of wishing and praying I finally get to go to a cold climate country sooner than later, but that is just wishful thinking as of now. The next thing that I have is the Lucrezia Blouse by Fable Knitwear. I love Fable Knitwear. If you've seen any video, I talk about her knits constantly, all the time, but for some reason, I don't think I've ever finished a piece. I tried finishing the Antiquity blouse last year. It took me like a month and a half, but by the time I was done with it, I realized I didn't like it because of the cotton that I used. I mixed with mohair and it didn't look nice. But I still love her patterns. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They're very romantic. Her designs are just so incredible, and it has this flair that I don't really see in a lot of other designers that I know personally. So her personal taste, her brand, is very much on theme with that vintage romantic look that I think really elevates her knits personally. And so something like this with the puffy sleeves and the tight cuffs look gorgeous to me personally. It does use mohair silk as well. You can see a theme with the October Day sweater. I do want to work with a lot more mohair, but that may be later than sooner, because I've been working with a lot of mohair so much. I don't know if I have enough anymore in my stash. I also love the pattern. I also love the little lace detail that she has right at the bottom, because this is designed to be cropped, so you just wear it over, and it's this very subtle lace detail. Not very subtle, but it's subtle in this color, so you have to look real up close to see it, which I love so much. I do want to work with more lace designs. I do like lace. I like the interest that it gives in your knitting, in your knitwear. I need to find that right pattern that makes me want to work with it, and the Lucrezia blouse is definitely that. However, it is not available yet as a single pattern, so you can only purchase it at her book, which is in Norwegian, and unfortunately I do not speak Norwegian. So once she releases it in English, 100% I will go purchase it as soon as I can. But another pattern that has been on my list is the Moonset Tee by Hayley Smedley. I love her patterns. Like, Ozetta has this very modern take on knitting, and she uses so many what would be considered basic. She elevates it just a tad with some elements that I rarely see. So with the Moonset Tee, there's also a sweater version. And I was thinking, should I put the sweater one? But it's more likely I'd make the top or the tee version. It has this like cross look to it at this area, at the collar, which I think looks really, really cool. Lately, I've been wanting to make more tops just to, because the weather that we have right now. And so this one looks absolutely amazing. And I do have Drop Sky, thankfully, but if I'd make it with Drop Sky, I might as well make the sweater version, just because it's very warm as a yarn. So this one I think looks really, really cool, and it has 4 inches of positive ease, though knowing me, I will probably size down. Oof, there's so many pretty patterns, and I wish I could just knit them all, but I do not have the time. I don't have as much time as I thought I did long ago. 25, man. 25. The next one that I have here is the Moon Sun Sweater by Uma Murphy. I think she has a tank version of this as well. Yeah, she has a crop version of this as well, but I look more towards the sweater. I just think it's really unique. And this one is also, this one actually uses super bulky yarn by comparison to all the other ones I've shown you, which is fingering. I love color work. I think it looks really fun. It gets confusing in your brain sometimes, but once you get the hang of it, it's really enjoyable. And I personally want to do more patterns or make my own patterns with it one of these days, not sure when. But this one I think is really great, especially if you're a beginner knitter and you want to do something with intarsia or color work that isn't too intense, I'd say. Because this is just 1, 2, 3, 4 different colorways. And she uses We Are Knitters. I do not have We Are Knitters, but I do have Caron Simply Soft. Although an acrylic sweater. I mean, I've made acrylic sweaters and they're fine. So we shall see about that. Will I be making this in the near future? Probably not, simply because it's just super bulky and I don't think the weather would permit me. But it is on my wish list. It definitely is. And the final thing that I have here is, of course, petite knit, because who doesn't love a good petite knit pattern? This one has been on my mind lately. It's the balloon cardigan. I've just finished a cardigan. Oh, I barely finished the Avenham cardigan. I still need to do one more sleeve, but I love balloon sleeves. I think they're the funnest thing to do, and they're so easy. They look hard, but they're not. They're really easy to make. So the balloon cardigan has been on my mind for ages. And I made the balloon sweater 2 years ago when COVID first hit, and I spent a whole month just knitting it on really thin needles. So now I'm thinking of finally doing it with the balloon cardigan, just because I think it's absolutely beautiful. Her designs as well, they're Scandinavian. If you know petite knit, you know exactly what her patterns are going to look like, and you know her designs aren't going to be difficult. They're clear cut. Even if they're intermediate, you know that her patterns are going to be clear. So that is probably my next cardigan if I decide to. I think that is about it for me. Not as much as I thought it would be, but I really do enjoy it. I hope you guys did too. I know this is a very short video, but honestly, there's not much knitting plans I have for fall. Maybe if I did one for summer, it would be hours and hours and hours long, and I'll tell you the reasons why. But for now, I'm sticking to my fall knitting plans. Maybe I'll do one for the winter if I'm going anywhere for the winter, but I highly doubt it. So nevertheless, I hope you enjoy, and please let me know if there's any patterns that you are making right now that you want to share. Just leave it in the comments down below. I always try to respond to them when I remember. I'm really bad at remembering things. But that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Bash Harry. This is the Harry Knit, and I'll see you later. Bye!
Start your computations.